Alright, change the angle on this thing, and the battery died at the same time. I did have to rescan it because I couldn't hear it anymore. And the tune has changed to like a 32 or something like that. 30, 32. Maybe it's over here, but I thought it was over here. But maybe whatever's over here is making it sound funny. What is this? It's interesting. It's got a hole here. This didn't break off of nothing. I think it's got like a number on it. So that's a 383. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I made it like this. Maybe it was a 38. It'd make probably more sense, but I don't know. Oh, I think I found something interesting. I didn't bother recording at the beginning because I thought it was just going to be a copper fitting. It's hollow and it's got some designs on it. Almost like a gold wash. Could have been part of a lipstick tube. Almost like one of them old fuses. I don't think it's a fuse though. I think once I clean it up, I might even see writing on there. It sure looks fancy. It's an interesting find. I like that. That'll be a remembrance piece. I'm pretty sure whatever that is going to go right in the shadow box. Let me go back over the hole. I covered it. And there's no more whatever it was. Alrighty. I have started work in this field. As you can see, I'm in here. And I told myself, let me make a bunch of passes and see if I can find something. And there I go. That gives me enough energy to make 2 more passes. After that, I'm out of here. And then, I know I say this every single time I find a big belt buckle. But this definitely has to be the biggest one I've ever found. Look at the size of that sucker. Definitely must have came off a mule or some big farm animal. That's crazy. Huge. This is coming up at 29, 30, 31. I forgot if it was deeper than that. I actually at a new spot now. All the other spots I went to were absolutely horrid. So I got a permission. The house was built, I believe, in the 1920s, 1910s, somewhere around there. Oof. This is heavy. What do we got here? No idea. Got a little slit in here. It goes down a bit. Almost looks like a lock, but I don't think so. Yeah, I have no idea. But she's heavy though, real heavy. This is a mid-20s, sounds semi-large. It's not a steady signal. Got red ants in the hole. Oh, there it is. What do we got? Matchbox. This might be a Lesney. It is made in England. Nice old Leslie toy. Lesney toy, actually. Lesney toy. I like that. I never had a flatbed before. Sweet. This is a 25, 26. Kind of sounds like a dime, but also sounds like there's other stuff in the hole too. Seems a little deeper off to the side. We're still next to the road. Ooh. Got a buckle. And she's an oldie. Look at that. She belongs up here, this piece I believe. That's a nice old buckle. Didn't expect that here. Let's fix that. Look at that. Isn't that nice? She's pretty. Maybe I'll have to do more next to the road. Very cool. I think it's got some kind of designs here. If they clean it up, we'll find out in the wrap up, but that's definitely going to be a shadow box piece. This is kind of a scratchy 20, 21, something much about 22. I work to the front of the house, I think. This place is filled with red ants. Ooh, here we go. Then we got another, yep, another Lesney car. Or a Tootsie. I think this might be a Tootsie. Look at that, is that beautiful? Look at that, beautiful. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm in my honey hole now. Toys. That's what it's all about right there. Alrighty, off to the next. Let me show you what this house looks like. It's a nice sized house. I'll get to the driveway area, but this is a corner house. For some reason I get a lot of corner houses, but this one's yielding so far, which is nice. I haven't got one coin though, not one coin. It's okay, let me keep getting them toys. I was being lazy, I didn't want to do this live, and it sounded just like the Tootsie car, and it looks like I got another one. Yep. Oh, a little roadster, look at this beauty. Till this sucker's cleaned up. Nice. It's beautiful. This is right on the side of the road too. The reason why I didn't dig it, I thought it was going to be garbage. Dang. That's 3 toys. I'm liking this. This is a 23, 24. It's been a while since I found anything. Working the side of the property. There's no real backyard to this house, but there is a massive side yard. And he says the, this is it here. Yep. I think this is another Lesney train. Look at that. Looks like a train anyhow. That or a camper. You know what? I think it's a camper. Missing part of the front end. There's no more of it. That's it. 4 toys now. This one's crunched up. I don't like that one that much, but still pretty cool. Yeah, this was a trailer. Look at a trailer hitch there. I'll find out when I clean it up. Just dug this little tiny hole. This was on the surface basically, pretty much. I've seen this before. I just don't remember what it goes to. I don't know if it was a piece of jewelry or what. Interesting. It came up, I don't know, let's see what it comes up. 16. Literally, that was probably when his addition was put on this barn, or this garage. It's almost like a barn. This sucker's huge. You could tell some fill. He probably had a dozer here. You can see how the landscape goes downward. I'm expecting this to be all original here. God knows what could be there, but I think he said it was another outbuilding there. So I can search about 20 feet beyond that tree over there. And that's a lot of property, so we'll see what happens. End up pulling this up. I think it's a cap to something. Not sure what. Something real nice. There is threads inside. Definitely vintage. This is a 1819. Next to a lot of the stuff I've been bringing up. That's old. Nail, but I don't think that's it. What's this? Look at this. That's interesting. Very thin metal. I don't think there's any more of it though. That's a mid-20s, kind of scratchy. Kind of on the side of the driveway. Off to the side a little bit. Drop the pin pointer. Get back over here. Let me rescan the hole. I believe it's in the plug. I should have checked her first. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Sunoco token. That won't be the first one of those I've gotten before. This would have been a 1925 something old car. Not too bad. Sunoco. When you ask for toys, you get toys. Here's another, this is an awesome truck. This is probably a Lesney, maybe a Tootsie. Don't matter to me. As long as it's old and not a Matchbox. I'm tired of seeing a Matchbox cars, but look at this. Ain't that beautiful? Whoops. Let me put it in the camera here. Look at that sucker. That is nice. Wheels, that's what I love about the old toys. The wheels always stay on, normally. I would say probably about 80% of the time. Everything was made with quality. You put a Matchbox car in the dirt for a year and the wheels will be gone off of it. Not a Lenzy, or a Lesney. Not a Lesney toy or a Tootsie. Those suckers keep their tires. Beautiful. This is a 28 on a dot. About probably 4 feet from that purple looking Tootsie I just found. Must be famous people beeping at me. Didn't see it was that deep, but I guess it could be. Owner was telling me the guy was a real tightwad. They used to own the house, so that's probably the reason why I didn't find any coins. He wouldn't dare drop any. But for me, not finding a wheat penny here, not even one wheat penny, is very odd. Feel something crunchy down there. There it is. What do we get? Some cast iron. Let's see if that was it. I'm going to throw that there and rescan the hole. It says whatever it is, it's here. Now it's ringing like a 35. That feels like a toy or something. What do we got here? Oh, I think that's off of a razor. That's the first one I ever found one of these. Look at that. They would have went off of an old razor. This would have been the top section, I think. Well, that's my first. Take the cast iron out of there. This is on a larger side, ear piercing, 33 to a 35. I don't think it was all that deep. It's deep. Some pottery in the hole. Can't be that. Let me rescan the hole. It says right there now. She don't want to get found. Good Lord. I feel something. Whoa. Here we go. More toys. But it's not the whole thing. Might be more. There's a bunch of roots in here that are really making it difficult to extract anything out of here. Nail. I think that's all. Not too bad. But she's not really much of a keeper. She's kind of trashed. She's got a nice vintage front end though. I like that. Sexy. I just dug this little hole in lantern. I didn't think this house was going to be old enough to have some lantern parts there, but there it is. Came up like a 12-13, like I was pulling up a nickel. But nope. This one's coming up a really nice 30. Almost like a quarter. Which would be my second piece of coinage here if it is. Nope, I think it's another toy. Ooh, look at that one. That's a modern day Mad Bull. It's probably a Hot Wheels, something like that. Matchbox. But pretty cool. This one's a deep 25-26. I think I can pull any more toys out of here. It would be nice, but I'm getting kind of far away from the house, so might be less of that. Uh-oh. That might be another toy. Yep. Oh, I found one of these before. This is my third one, actually. I think the other two were orange. I believe that's a Tootsie. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Can't get tired of that. I didn't think there would be any more toys coming this far out because we're getting pretty far away from the house. I only have 20 feet, you can't see the screen here, 20 feet beyond this tree right here, and then I'm done. I just dug this hole and a little harmonica reed. She's got some old here. Now you can see my grid work. I like when the grass is a little bit long and you can see your grid line. See, one here, here, it's perfect. Another one here, another one here. It's all perfect gridding right there. Go nice and slow. Sometimes you can pick the speed up a little bit, it'll be a little quiet sometimes, but you hear that little chirp, you back it up, slow down. And that was a nice little find. Now the reason why there's no coins here, I think Silver Metal detected this, high-toned it. But it's alright, because they missed all the good stuff. They took all them crappy coins that I hate digging up, and they left me all the toys. Good stuff. This is off the Richter scale high tone. It starts in the mid-20s and then it goes to the mid-30s. And it says a little bit further. Could it be another toy? Ooh. Yes, old Roc. Look at that beauty. Look at that. I found one like this with my father on his property. It still had the key. Someone locked it with the key, but I believe this one's older. I don't see where you put a key at. Must have been that little slit right there. This might actually work again. Ain't that beautiful? I hope I got this focus to get a... There we go. Look at that. You can see I nicked it right there. That's okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, there has been a couple targets I couldn't dig here so far. That tree right there. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, that one right there. That tree right there. Right by the root system. There was a 27. And it was probably like 4 or 5 inches deep. I couldn't do it. The only way I would have to bring like a sawzall and cut some of the roots. Some of them were about double thickness of my finger, so I couldn't slam that. I couldn't slam that shovel into it to cut it. So it'll be left there for the next guy. Maybe he'll have more patience than I will. This is a deep 26, going to like a 29. I'm in the same grid row as that lock. A little bit deeper. I feel something. It's rock. Yep. Let's see, did I get it out? It is out, I think. Yeah, that can't be it. Let me recheck the hole. Maybe it's in the plug. Sucker's off the Richter scale now. This is deep. Oh, I think I felt it. Feel something. Well, that's a big bolt. That could be it. That is not it. I see rust in the hole. That is a different soil. Ooh. Look at that. It's broken though. Did I break that? Some shiny right there. Maybe there's more in the hole. Could I get that lucky? Maybe put it back together? Nah, that's all it was. Darn. Let me fill this hole back in. That's a nice bell. Even though that half of it's missing. Look at that. Is it the pedal type? Nah. Not the pedal type. Oops. I'm gonna break it more than it already is. Look at that. Ain't that nice? I'm not sure if I've ever had that size before. This ain't the largest. This ain't the number 10s that I find sometimes, but it might be a 8 or a 9 or something. Might be able to get a number off of it once I clean it. Usually it's sometimes up here or down at the bottom. But it's a bell, and you know I love bells. Did the 6-inch to the front. I really didn't get much besides talcum powder top. There's no coins here but a dime, which I'm real surprised. Phil's the owner of this house. and now you can see the other part of it, and then the whole lot side here. And let me tell you, he hooked me up with this place, because a lot of great finds. He just picked that little MG up, which is nice. He's got an old truck in there, old Chevy. This is what I end up getting so far. Croton Bell, some old cars, 1 coin, a dime. I love the lock. But anyhow, I'll be back up after I clean all this up with the wrap up. This is the wrap up today's video. Ended up going to a few different spots. The very first spot was part of the suffering, and ended up pulling this out. Ended up finding out what this is. This is a lipstick tube. Very, very fancy. It has a wooden piece inside of it. It's got a lot of fancy all the way around it. A little bit of gold on there too. It's kind of like flowers and some kind of almost like a tribal pattern here and here, and all the flowers are there. It's very nice looking. End up getting this piece there, and end up getting this. You know, a lot of this stuff is probably going to trash, but it's just a I guess it's for medical. Probably came off one of the bottles. There was a lot of bottles there at the suffering location. I just wasn't feeling it today. I was just getting tired of wandering around in high brush. I went to a couple more places where there was more woodsy, and I like the woods because, you know, there's not so much tall grass, and you can get in between the trees and find anything that was missed. But I wasn't having any luck. Traveled out a little bit further looking at another location, but boy, I picked the right yard because I love toys, and I sure got my fill of toys, and some little bit of extra that was surprising. Like, for instance, the Croton Bell. That 1900 house, a Croton Bell. Come on, that is nuts. Too bad it's broken, but still, it tells me that that yard of his must have been a pasture at one time, most likely. Ended up pulling this up. Look at that fancy. That's a real nice buckle. It's definitely got some age to it. Harmonica reed. No clue. He don't even know what this thing is. Kind of looks familiar. It almost smelled like grease a little bit. Yeah, it does. It has a grease smell to it. It does have some rating up here. I'd have to clean it a little bit more. That wasn't too far from it. Some kind of weird cap. I don't know what that is. Only coin in this whole yard is a 1999 dime, and it was almost next to the edge of the road. That is very interesting. Not a coin in his yard, but this. And that's probably wasn't even in his yard. It's probably what the town actually owns, the little apron on the side there. He told me what this is. He says this most likely came off of an old tarp. They called it a snap, and a pin would have pushed up through here and then went sideways, and you can see the little marks there would have pulled down and held it. So that's kind of interesting. I've seen these before. I had no clue what they were, but he didn't even metal detect. He just was, he's seen them. He was an older gent. So a 1925, this isn't from 1925, but it's a shows a 1925 car on there of some sort. It's a Sunoco token. It's alright. This is off of an old razor. It's missing the handle. Handle's gone. That's interesting. A 63 could have been a key tag, I'm thinking maybe. This was from the suffering spot. Hot Wheels or a Matchbox of some sort. This one's made in France. That's interesting. These are Lesney, the two Lesney vehicles I got. This one here, I don't think has a top on it. I think it's supposed to be open. Because you look at yours, I don't see anything that's broken. Could be. I don't know. But it's interesting. It's a camper. This is a flatbed Lindsay. These are all Tootsies. This is a Jeep truck. Look at that. I like that. I've gotten 2 of these so far, hunting. These are seem to be pretty popular. I'm not sure if I've ever gotten this one before. I don't think so. And I'm not sure about this. But this is definitely new to my collection. What else? A beat up old truck. It's seen better days. Most of it's missing. I couldn't even find the other pieces to it. Like, you would think the rear axle of it and everything like that I would find, but maybe some kid was real rough with it. Now this is a big buckle. I found this at one of the last woods hunt, and that was the only thing left there. I found the cellar holes. I'm probably not going to add a lot of that to the videos because mostly all this stuff came from one property, and I did a lot of extra hunts in the beginning, but I'd rather just put it together and just do one video. So you'll see me digging up like this and that, and a little bit of the suffering spot. And I believe the prize of the day, I do love my toys, but the prize of the day would be this lock here. It's a PNR, and they made this from the 1870s to the very early 1900s, and it was kind of obsolete. It's a railroad lock. It would go onto an old car or a switch, something like that, and you can see the weird key that would have fit in there, very flat. And this is actually a sought after lock. Most of the locks that you see, this one here was made in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The other ones are champions, and they're a lot more common. This one here I've seen for sale anywhere from $100, $200 without a key, and with a key and all cleaned up, $400. That's crazy. A PNR. So I was thinking of before doing a wrap up of this, I was going to soak this, and I could make this look real nice and shiny. You know how well I'm with copper and brass. I can make this look like brand spanking new, but I think I keep it just the way it is. Put it in the shadow box. I've only found one other lock similar to this, but this is much different. This is called a PanCake lock. So the other one I have isn't a PanCake lock, but it kind of looks like it. I did find a railroad lock once, but I gave it to the museum because it was part of their property, and I was just doing it to help them out, and they have a display of the stuff that came from the schoolhouse. So, but very, 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 very nice. I like this. Good display stuff. And I'm not sure what this thing is. Yeah, that's about it. Everything else that you might have seen me pull up went to the scrap pile. This will probably go to the scrap. Harmonica reed, it's not a full piece. I don't know. But anyhow, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Non-subscribers, please subscribe. And remember to keep it low and slow. And I'll see you next week.